Let's go.
Welcome back to Digi Bros.
What's up, motherfuckers? We're playing Mario in this bitch.
Mario 64, Watch Out for Rolling Rocks, episode 4 of this Let's Play. Haven't made terrible progress.
Yeah, I feel like we're making some sort of progress.
Getting at least a star in each level and moving on quickly, getting our goat going grink.
Not too much of failing at one thing for an entire episode.
Yeah. Well, we're
I
still
don't know
in
what
the
the fuck's going on
levels.
here. I don't think I've ever been to this place.
There's stairs. What was the mission called? You should probably pay attention to that from now on.
And it's just like, go to the place, explore the thing.
Go to the place, explore the thing.
Ooh, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, Vic, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on?
We're playing Mario.
Hey, that's pretty good.
This is it. This is where the show dies.
Yep.
It's officially over.
This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends.
Go around the guys.
Topics. Remember when we used to write down topics?
Yeah, that was the thing.
That was a good idea.
Dead meme.
Dead meme. It kept the show fresh and engaging each episode.
Yes.
We had something to think about before the show. Usually we were bubbling with desire to get it talked about. We were like, oh, I've had this thing on my mind. Need to get it out there. When are we gonna do Digi Bros? I really don't want to lose track of these things I've been thinking about.
Where are you going with this? Remembering the good old days?
Yeah.
Is this a nostalgia trip?
The show was good.
At some point in time, that's a topic. Why do we suck ass? Why are we the worst?
You tell me, Victor. You tell me.
I don't know. Maybe it's a level of obsession for me with my career right now where I don't fucking care about anything else in the world. I guess I've been watching Futurama, and that's the thing. I could say a thing about that.
I don't even know if you've been watching Futurama so much as having Futurama on at all times.
I like to have background noise so I don't feel lonely while I'm doing things. That's really all it is. Like I'm really just editing, but I'm putting on Futurama so it's not quiet when I'm not playing the video,
I cannot,
this is all red coin shit, man.
I can't imagine having a show on, just hearing, it's one thing to have a second monitor with Futurama on. That's probably what people are imagining.
Yeah.
It's like a TV.
That's what I used to do.
In the distance that has Futurama on it. No. He's just running Futurama in the background while he does other things.
Minimized in a browser on my computer.
You just hear the sound of Futurama, and yet you walk into the room and nowhere to be seen is Futurama.
Yes.
It's a little weird.
It's a great show to not watch.
I get, Futurama, Family Guy, and American Dad are all shows that you could easily have on in the room. Well, see, I haven't seen all of Bob's Burgers, so...
But for me, it's like I've already been putting Futurama on when I go to bed, even though I haven't seen every episode. I just kind of catch random episodes here and there. But it's okay. It makes it feel like it's forever.
I've definitely seen...
No! This place sucks.
I remember if we go somewhere else. There's plenty of other levels. Go to the desert or something.
Where's that?
You have to jump through a wall back in the other room.
Okay.
Go to that way.
Let's go this way.
No.
That's Flamey Man.
That way. Yeah, there. Yeah, that one. Nope, further. I don't know why. Down the hallway! There.
Oh. The obvious wall.
Yeah.
Cool, Sandland. In the talons of the big bird.
I don't remember if we talked about this on this show or if it was
I gotta use one of
elsewhere.
these
That
rocks.
I think I've probably seen more Family Guy than any other show ever. What do you think? Do you think you've seen more Family Guy than any other show?
Maybe Family Guy and Futurama, because Futurama they used to play on Adult Swim when I was going to bed in high school, so I'd watch it every single night. like actively. You know?
I mean, there was like a good. I mean, I guess do they still play Family Guy on Adult Swim?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like for the last 15 years, pretty much. Like every night they play 2 episodes of Family Guy. You know, 1 at 11, 1 at 11:30, and then they play those 2 episodes again later into the night because Adult Swim just plays. Like, Adult Swim is just, what is it, 4 hours, 5 hours of shows, and then they play the same 5 hours later into the night at 2 a.m. So, if you, like us as kids, would just stay up all night with Cartoon Network on, you would inevitably see the same 2 episodes, like you see 2 episodes twice. So 4 episodes total of Family Guy every night. Like,
God.
You know, for a while, we didn't watch it on weekdays because we'd have gone to bed before then. But then,
I thought I was on the no
by
spot.
the time we were in high school, we were up, you know, past 11. So we'd see, like, and especially you and Shade. I didn't really watch TV when going to bed ever in my life, but you and Shade did.
Yeah.
And anytime I was hanging out in you guys' room, I'd see him and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, like, I must have seen 1,000 episodes of Family Guy, right? Like, surely 1,000 seems like a reasonable estimate to me.
I don't know. That seems like a lot.
You think so?
I mean, I guess if you thought about it in terms of, like, you know, 300 whatever days in a year.
Like, how many episodes
every day,
of Family Guy have I seen?
Fuck!
I'm gonna say at minimum
cool.
I've seen 150 episodes, like unique episodes of Family Guy. And there's a lot of those that I've seen like 6 to 10 times, you know? So I don't think it's unreasonable to think I've seen 1,000 episodes worth of Family Guy. And I don't think there's any other show like you know, Futurama is definitely up there because they did the same thing with that on Cartoon Network for years.
But there just weren't as many episodes.
And it went away.
Yeah.
It went away after like 6 or 7 years, whereas Family Guy has never stopped.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I've probably seen more Family Guy than anything else. Like, I've probably spent more time watching Family Guy than I've spent on any other art media.
Yeah.
You know, like any. I'm trying to think. What are the things I've spent the most time on? Like, you know, I've seen 160 episodes of Gintama and Ranma 1/2, and that's like the most anime I've seen. There's no like longer show I've watched multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Pokemon I've probably seen, you know, hundreds of episodes of, but like that wasn't on TV all the time growing up. Like nothing's ever been on with the consistency of Family Guy. It's been on every fucking night, 4 episodes a night for 15 fucking years, you know? On the only channel I watch. Like, it'd be like, for some people they'd probably say The Simpsons or something. I don't watch those channels. I just watch Cartoon Network, and I always have.
I don't think we like ever saw The Simpsons growing up.
The only time I did was when we first moved back to Virginia Beach from Florida, and we didn't have cable for like 6 months. And that's how I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it was on WB.
This place was fucking rad.
And it was like every day I'd watch The Simpsons, Frasier, and
excellent.
What was the other sitcom?
Great child programming.
Home Improvement. Frasier, Home Improvement, and Simpsons all came on like right after school, and I'd sit there and watch all those while doing my homework or pretending to do my homework or whatever I was doing. You know, but I was mostly watching that channel for Yu-Gi-Oh! And we didn't have cable, so it's like the only option. As soon as we got cable back, jumped right back to fucking Cartoon Network. Hamtaro was on.
Yeah.
Inuyasha had started around then.
How do you like the side jump?
Good times.
Oh, I can run around here. Okay. That makes sense.
But I was thinking about that because of the fact that on Christmas Eve, when I showed up at our parents' house, they were putting together a 500-piece Family Guy puzzle. It was like Mom, Dad, and their friend Sandy. And they were trying to see how fast they could do it, and it took about an hour and a half, I think. But it was just funny because I'm putting it together and I'm thinking like Family Guy, like this institution of my life that I know everything about. And then I sat there for a second, I was like, wait a minute, do these guys even know Family Guy? Like,
I don't think Mom and Dad ever really watched it.
I mean, Dad said he's watched a ton of it because of the fact that we would leave it on. Like, we would leave Cartoon Network on, and when he got home, he would just watch it because it was on sometimes. So he's seen enough Family Guy to, like, know it, you know?
I remember him saying he liked it before when we were kids, but then he'd never, like, watch it with me, you know?
Yeah.
That was always sad.
But, yeah, like, I just thought it was a funny moment because I realized that the only reason we have it is because Mom used to be a manager at Spencer's, and so she just has a bunch of like random Spencer's shit, like Family Guy stuff. Cause,
I didn't realize they had that from so long ago.
Yeah, that's like well, because at first I thought, oh, they bought like a cheap Family Guy puzzle. That's a weird choice, you know. And then I realized, and then Mom said like, oh, yeah, it's from Spencer's. And I was like, because I asked him like, do you guys even watch Family Guy? Do you guys? Because I kept saying all the characters and stuff by name. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's Meg's face, or that's Lois's. I'm like, do these guys know Meg and Lois the way I know them? You know, have they grown up with the Family Guy? How do you feel about Family Guy, Victor?
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about Family Guy out here before.
I don't know. There's people who really hate Family Guy.
Yeah.
A lot of
I've always enjoyed sort of the mid-seasons, and now, like, when I watch it, it's always some shit I can't stand, but, like...
Yeah, the later stuff...
I've always thought it was fine, you know? It's never offended me.
I don't like when it tries to be, like, quite so edgy.
Yeah, when it's being edgy, it's not as fun.
Not even edgy. Like, I'm okay with, like, the edgy humor... But when it does, like, when it's just about shitting on its own characters, that's when I'm annoyed. Like, when there's whole episodes that are just about how shit Meg is, and then it, like, makes her a rapist or something, and I'm like, like, this is a show, I guess because I've been watching it for a long time, and I have a certain concept of how the characters are in my mind, and sometimes the show just does not care about that. You know, like... It's one thing to have the kind of funny joke that...
glance right over my ridiculous failure of having to being right there at the end.
What am I meant to say? You fucked up. You know, it's kind of funny, the idea that, like, Meg's just kind of a boring character, so let's make fun of that. But then when they, like, make her, like, this weird monster, and it's just like...
And it's inconsistent with that.
It's just like, what the hell, like... Are you guys that out of ideas that you're just going to throw away your entire characters, you know, just for the sake of... And then you can never tell what they're, like... In different episodes, I'm not even sure, like, what version of the character am I watching this time, you know? Am I watching Lois, who's more like the straight man, like she was in the beginning, or the more loose and fun Lois, who's cool and all, but then sometimes she's just, like, off the wall insane, and you're like... Who is the fucking straight man in this show at this point?
Or suddenly,
you know?
like Peter and Lois are acting like their marriage has fallen apart. They don't love each other, and then like other times it'll be all about
how like, they're so close together. And
them
stuff.
Being so close.
And it's not. I mean, maybe it would be more consistent if we saw the episodes in order, but I doubt it. Like it doesn't seem like the show has any consistency at all.
That's a thing with the later episodes of Futurama too.
Yeah,
because they give up on like.
Leela becomes a comedy character. That's part of it.
Not too much. Like, that actually doesn't bother me anymore because the show really just becomes a lot more goofy, and so it works. Because it's not about learning the characters anymore. You know what they're like, and now it's just about exploring sci-fi concepts and things like that. And, like, that's fine. That's all fun because it goes on for, like, 10 seasons. So, like, of course you're gonna move past just developing characters. But the weird thing is that it doesn't care about its own continuity or universal logic at all. Like, shit just doesn't make any sense, and it does whatever it wants. And it's almost to the extent where it feels like it's being lazy about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, that was so ridiculous that you didn't even bother to try to have some sort of, like, backwards logic to it. Like, there's no no justification, no funny justification. It's just something
why are you climbing so
that
slow?
happens. Because I'm climbing.
Why is it so slow?
Because he's slow.
It shouldn't be like that.
Why not?
I don't think it's supposed to be that slow. I think you were fucking up somehow.
Maybe I'm just doing it normal and not, like, super hacking it.
I don't know. It just seemed weird. It didn't look right.
I'm gonna jump over this guy. Anyways, character inconsistencies. It's weird. And logical abandonment.
Nothing will ever be more perfect than Rick and Morty.
Yeah, because like Rick and Morty, absurd things happen, but they happen within the confines of physics and like making sense, you know?
Well, that's kind of like the idea of Rick and Morty is kind of born out of like frustrations with not so much Futurama as Doctor Who.
Yeah.
How like that show should be like this really engaging and interesting sci-fi story, but because it just doesn't give a fuck about its own internal logic at all, that it just kind of falls apart. And Doctor Who's even worse than Futurama about it, because Doctor Who is supposed to be taken seriously a lot of the time.
I see.
Because there's a lot of big dramatic arcs, you know, there's lots of huge, sweeping, epic moments, but then half the fucking time the logic is like contradictory and there's plot holes and none of it makes any fucking sense and it's corny as shit sometimes and it's just like
I did it. I got up to the thing and got the guy.
It's a walking contradiction.
Should I even get another star there? This is... See, as soon as you get to levels that are like even a little bit difficult, I'm just like, I don't want to go get all the stars there. It's gonna be a pain in the ass.
You don't have to get every star in this game.
Yeah, but you have to get enough to progress at certain points. So like you're gonna have to go back and collect more stars if you want to get further in the game.
Well, you can go clear out all the early levels and just get every star there, and that's a huge buffer.
That's what I had kind of tried to do when I played it on the DS. It was like I couldn't get enough stars in the harder places, and I don't enjoy playing them because they're a pain in the ass.
That's, you know, I'm assuming you've never seen the Game Grumps Mario 64 Let's Play.
I think I've watched it.
It's pretty legendary, and I
18 more stars to get through that door. Good God.
Yeah, it's 30 and then 50 for the final door.
I'll see what I can do up here.
But it's a pretty great show because it's just Aaron progressively, like, he clearly doesn't like the game very much from the beginning,
I see.
but he's trying to be like, you know, welcoming to it, but by the time he's like halfway through, he just like violently despises the game, and it's real funny to watch. To watch him, you know, go into that, jump into him, jump into him, get in there,
get in there somehow, right?
Get in there.
Oh, I gotta jump backwards probably to kill him.
What?
How do I get in there?
He's invisible when you're there. Go, get in there.
But then he does
He's
that.
invisible when you're looking at him face to face. You just gotta get in there while you're looking at him face to face. I think.
Then he gets me. That doesn't make any sense. He's a
looked like
ghosty
you were about
man.
to
I gotta kill him somehow.
I don't think you gotta kill him. Maybe get him into the light or something?
Oh yeah, the light.
Maybe he'll burn up. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can do some kind of flip into him or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is. There's definitely a trick. But backflipping will not work, because he's only invisible when he's looking at you face to face. Just get in there, man. Just get in there. Dumb.
He murdered me!
Dumb shit.
I don't know how to get in there. How do I get inside the guy?
That's what.
Isn't there a secret level out here somewhere?
That's what he said. Probably.
Let's go this way down the road.
I believe that the third track on Frank Jav C Volume 2 is around here somewhere.
Okay.
Next time on Digi Bros.